Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Josh, and this is your stimulus check update for the next stimulus package for Friday, February 12th. I hope everyone is off to a good and safe start to their Friday so far, and that you all have a wonderful weekend ahead. In this video, I'll be discussing updates in regards to the current relief package and the third stimulus check. I'll also be discussing the $1,400 direct payments, which measures passed through the Ways and Means Committee, and then I'll be wrapping up this video by answering some of the comments and questions that I received in my previous video. But first, if you wouldn't mind real quickly liking this video, give me a big thumbs up. It really just helps with the YouTube algorithm in terms of pushing this video out to other viewers like you, and hopefully helping other people like you as well. Okay, so with the House Ways and Means Committee advancing their portion of the virus relief package, it now heads off to the House Budget Committee. The Ways and Means Committee, if you remember, is one of the 9 House committees drafting up portions of the overall relief package. Once each of these committees draft up their part of the bill, it's sent off to the Budget Committee, where it's combined into one huge package, and even more markups are done from there. So, in the Ways and Means portion of the bill, they drafted up and voted on the next round of direct payments, as well as a child tax credit. As expected, in their portion of the bill, they're including direct payments to most Americans, including dependents over the age of 17, of $1,400. Also, thankfully, the income threshold will be remaining the same at $75,000 for single filers, $112,500 for head of household, and $150,000 for married couples. For those groups earning over that amount, they won't be completely left out either, as there will be a phase-out period. As you can see, up on the screen, the phase-out period for single individuals will be $100,000. For head of household, the phase-out period will be $150,000. And finally, for married couples, the phase-out period will be $200,000. So if you earn more than $75,000 but less than $100,000 as a single filer, then you won't receive the full $1,400, but you will receive a reduced payment. Also included in the portion of the bill was the increased child tax credit. This provision is going to be absolutely huge for families, as it's going to increase the child tax credit for the year of 2021. For this year, it would increase it from $2,000 all the way up to $3,600 for children under the age of 6, and $3,000 for kids between the ages of 6 and 17. Also, instead of forcing parents to claim this money as a credit on their tax returns next year for 2021, they're going to be sending out monthly payments instead. So basically, it's going to work out as another monthly stimulus check, where parents with children under the age of 6 will receive $300 every single month, and parents with children between the ages of 6 and 17 will receive $250 per month. These payments will be issued by the IRS, and they should come in as either a direct deposit in your bank account or a check in the mail. This payment is also going to be fully refundable, which means that even the lowest income households will be able to receive the full amount as well. So, these two measures alone, between the third round of direct payments and the increased child tax credit, help quite a bit. A married couple with one child under the age of 6 would be eligible for $7,800 in benefits between the third round of direct payments of $1,400, in addition to the child tax credit. As you can see, there's quite a bit of assistance on the way. In addition to those two provisions in this section of the bill, the Ways and Means Committee also include temporary expansions of the Earned Income Tax Credit, as well as the Child Independent Care Tax Credit. Moreover, there's also going to be an extension of tax credits for paid sick leave and paid family leave, in addition to an increase of Obamacare's premium tax credits for the years of 2021 and 2022. Now, even though Republicans supported some of the measures in this bill, on many of the other provisions, they did not. For example, one representative in the House, Adrian Smith, said that the $1,400 direct payments are expensive and not targeted at all. Smith also said that much of the legislation in this bill seems to use the virus as an excuse to enact the wish list of Democrat priorities, which predate the pandemic entirely. Basically, he believes that Democrats are using this entire situation to pass pieces of legislation that don't have anything to do with the actual virus. So, not much of a surprise that Republicans weren't on board with the plan, and it'll come as a real shocker if a single Republican ends up approving the bill. The good thing is, for Democrats at least, is they won't need a single Republican in the House or the Senate to approve the bill, considering they only need to pass it with a simple majority. Okay, so also included in the Ways and Means section of this bill was the extension of the federal unemployment benefits. As expected, they are going to have it extended at $400 per week. However, rather than being extended through the end of September as Biden requested, they're only going to be extended through August 29th of this year. This extension will also include those on Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program, which is the one designed for gig workers. Additionally, programs such as FPUC and PEUC will also see an extension. Those on the PUC program will see an increase in the number of weeks from 24 to 48. So all in all, pretty good stuff there, with the benefits being increased by $100 on a weekly basis, even though they are going to be reduced by an entire month. So hopefully by the time August comes around, we'll be able to return to some sense of normalcy. Next week, as I mentioned, the bill will be combined into one package, voted on, and then prepared for a vote on the floor. Starting the week of February 22nd, the House will vote on the bill, and if approved, as expected, it'll then be sent off to the Senate. In the Senate, they'll need to decide which provisions in the House can stay and which provisions must be removed. If they pass the same bill that was passed to the House in the Senate, from there it'll land on President Biden's desk for his signature. All of this is expected to take place within the next month, and lawmakers hope to have this accomplished at latest by the middle of March. This means, and this is very important because I get a lot of questions about this, the next round of direct payments should be sent out anywhere between March 10th and the first parts of April, depending on how quickly the IRS issues these payments. Now, unfortunately, this is a very long process, but day by day, we are getting closer. Until we wait for them to continue pushing the bill forward, all we can continue to do is hang in there, stay strong, and hope for the best. Okay, so at this point in time, I'm going to move right along to answering some of the comments and questions that I received in my previous video. And if you do have any other comments or questions for me, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. I do try to answer as many of the comments and questions as I possibly can, but for those comments and questions I'm not able to respond to, I do try to pick some of the more popular ones to answer in the next video in video form. Okay, so without further ado, let me go ahead and jump into the first comment of today's video, which is from Cha. Cha says, "Hi Josh, why was a month removed from the unemployment insurance benefits? President Biden had announced them through September. Can that be reversed?" Okay, thank you so much for your question, and yes, you're exactly right. In President Biden's plan, as you mentioned, he had them being extended through the month of September. However, unfortunately, in the House bill, they're only going to be extended through the end of August. Now, even though it is possible they could change it again to where they are extended another month, it's unlikely. This is because they'll need to make other adjustments to the bill to make room for the extra spending, and at this point, that's not very likely. Of course, once July and August comes around, if unemployment is still a major issue, it's entirely possible they'll create another extension to the unemployment benefits if needed. And while it may not be at $400 per week because it will need to be bipartisan the next time around, they should be able to get it passed at a smaller amount. Okay, moving along to the next comment of this video, which is from Jojo. Jojo says, "Do I need to fill out the non-filers tool this year?" Okay, thank you so much for your question, and no, if you've already filled out the non-filers tool last year to give the IRS your information, then you won't need to do it again this year. The non-filers tool was just required for those who hadn't filled out a tax return within the last 2 years, and therefore had no information on file. So, since the IRS now has all of your information to send your direct payment, you won't be required to complete that step once again. Okay, moving along to the next comment of this video, which is from Barbara. Barbara says, "Do you know if people on Social Security are getting the $200 raise?" Okay, thank you so much for your question, Barbara, and the $200 raise for those on Social Security benefits is still completely up in the air. Now, even though that was one of President Biden's initiatives coming into office, increasing payments for those on Social Security benefits by $200 per month, they'll still need to have that passed in a bill. This is not something he'll be able to do through executive order. So, with that said, we'll just have to wait and see how much Biden fights to get this measure passed through Congress. Either way, I'll definitely make sure to keep you updated. Alright, so on that note, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. If you did enjoy the content in this video and you'd like to see more videos like it, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. It is completely free to do so, and it's a great support to me. Also, if you'd like to receive 4 free stocks from Webull, with 2 of them valued all the way up to $1,600 each, or 1 free stock from Robinhood, just for signing up and linking your bank account, please feel free to claim those free stocks by clicking the link in the description box below. And finally, if you join Rakuten with my referral link in the description box below and spend at least $20, Rakuten will give you $20 cash back. This means that you can buy an item through Rakuten with one of their referral links, such as Nike, for $20, which would be right around $22 after tax, and Rakuten will give you $20 just for making that purchase. This is just an incredible deal that I would love for everyone to take advantage of. Okay, so until next time, I'll see you guys, and I hope you have a great day today.